overwhelming home crowd advantage. Bute's popularity has reached unforeseeable heights, but he accepts it with great humility. And how about the challenger, Brian Magee, who's had to wait, it seems, forever.
A long wait in the ring, and then you have to endure all of this. And this is, he admits, the biggest venue, the biggest stage he's ever been on. We'll see how it affects him.
Bute, clearly one of the top fighters in the world, particularly when he's motivated. And tonight in his Showtime Championship boxing debut, will we see a dramatic statement? So this crowd of better than 13,000 saluting Lucian Bute. Now let's get your keys to victory for the hometown favorite.
Lucian Bute often lets his left hand dangle low. This could invite a Magee left hand. Now Jesse Brinkley went down from a Bute body punch. This should be a big part of his plan tonight. And Magee can sometimes square himself up when he lunges in. The uppercut can catch him. Bute has a good one.
While fighters like our guest, Mikkel Kessler, and Super 6 combatants are looming, Lucian Bute is squarely focused on the task at hand. Now let's check the numbers as we go to the tail of the tape.
And the most salient numbers are the ones that indicate a significant height and reach advantage for Lucian Bute. He wants to use it, keep Magee on the end of his punches during this entire fight.
And both Al rehydrated about 10 pounds today. And the notable rules for tonight's IBF World Title fight.
Unified rules, no standing 8, no 3 knockdown rule. Only the ref can stop the fight. Fighter can't be saved by the bell in any round. And if there's a clash of heads, it would cause this fight to be stopped before 4 rounds. It would be a technical draw. After that, of course, they would go to the scorecards.
Ready now for Lucian Bute versus Brian Magee for the IBF Super Middleweight Championship. Let's get the official introductions from our ring announcer, the classy Jimmy Lennon Jr.
Ladies and gentlemen, good evening and welcome. Mesdames et messieurs, bonsoir et bienvenue au Centre Bell dans la merveilleuse ville de Montréal. We welcome you, ladies and gentlemen, to the Bell Center here in Montreal for the featured bout of the evening, brought to you by Interbox and Showtime. This bout coming away is sanctioned by the IBF. The president is Daryl Peoples. The supervisor is Hiawatha Knight, along with the Quebec Combat Sports Commission. Commissioner is Michel Hamelin. Our physicians at ringside, Dr. Pierre Mounier and Dr. Marc Gagné. Timekeepers at the bell, also keeping count of the knockdowns, Andre Huard and Jerry Bolin. Introducing our judges at ringside, les juges pour ce combat. From Canada, Pasquale Procopio. Also from Canada, Benoit Roussel. And from England, Mickey Van. Our third man of the ring hails from the United States, our referee in charge, Pete Podgorski. Mesdames et messieurs, c'est l'attraction principale de la soirée. All right, fans, here we go with the main event of the evening. 12 rounds of boxing for the IBF Super Middleweight Championship of the World. And now, ladies and gentlemen in attendance and boxing fans joining us around the world, en direct de Montréal, live from Montreal, it's showtime! Introducing to you first, the challenger, fighting out of the blue corner, l'aspirant dans le coin bleu. Wearing black trunks with green and silver trim, he hails from Lisburn, Northern Ireland. He weighed in at 167 3/4 pounds with a record of 34 wins, 3 losses, and 1 draw. He has 24 wins coming by way of knockout. Here is the European champion, ranked the IBF number 5 super middleweight world contender. Please welcome the challenger. Veuillez accueillir l'aspirant, introducing Brian Magee. And his opponent across the ring, the defending champion on my right, fighting out of the red corner, Le Champion dans la Cour Rouge. Wearing white trunks with blue trim, originally from Romania, now fighting out of and representing Montreal, Quebec, Canada. He weighed in at 167 1/2 pounds. He is undefeated in his campaign with a record of 27 wins, no losses, 22 wins coming by way of knockout. As one of the stars of boxing tonight, he is making the 7th defense of his title. Here is the undefeated IBF super middleweight champion of the world, Veuillez accueillir le champion, introducing Lucia Bute. And once again, a referee in charge now to give instructions, Pete Podgorski.
Let's go. Let's get this out of here. Let's make sure we get this out. Last thing I need is somebody. Center ring, one person. Brian Lucian, first and foremost, protect yourself at all times, obey my commands at all times. Good luck, touch gloves, come out banging at the bell.
The Bell Center crowd bursting with pride and passion. There are the Montreal Canadiens, and then there's Lucian Bute. Hasn't lost since 2003 as an amateur. Can Brian Magee, in his first world title shot, pull off the colossal upset? Some feel he may need the luck of the Irish. A battle of southpaws for the IBF Super Middleweight Championship. Pete Podgorski, the third man in the ring, says, let's go. Bute, a natural left-hander on the white with blue trim. 27-0, 22 knockouts, 4 straight knockouts, 6 in his last 7 fights. Magee, a natural right-hander, wearing the black with green and silver. 34 3-1, 24 knockouts, also with 4 straight knockouts. His only KO loss to Carl Froch.
Both men are exceptional body punchers, and we should look for both of them to try and go to the body. Magee, in 2 of his last 3 fights, has knocked people down with body punches.
Bute with 3 first-round knockouts early in his career. Magee has 4 also early on. Bute with a terrific arsenal, good technical skills, excellent body puncher, as Al points out. He's deceptive, fast and accurate, but watch for the left uppercut to the chin. That was the telling punch in his last 2 fights. He really puts all of his power behind it. It is an awesome weapon.
See Magee already trying to go with the right hook downstairs. And early in this fight, we want to look to see if the reach of Bute prevents Magee from getting on the inside at all.
Magee can box and counter, but by nature an aggressive pressure fighter who digs to the body.
Nice right hook there by Bute, and that's not his signature punch.
Magee sometimes leads with his head, lunges in, making him vulnerable to the uppercut, which did him in versus Carl Froch. But he is determined, fights with heart. Bute can be aggressive or box as well, so we could see a bit of a chess match early on.
Both men trying to establish the jab here early. That's the distance that Magee wants once he's on the inside.
Come on, work out on your own, guys. Give yourself room and watch your footing.
Pete Podgorski getting a couple of words in. Bute facing his first southpaw in over 4 years. Had some great sparring with lefties, James McGirt, Daniel Judah.
Come on, guys, work out of there, work out.
He's 2-0 versus southpaws.
And that could be a big difference. McGirt and Judah, 2 quality sparring mates. Magee had trouble finding the right sparring mates in Belfast to simulate Bute.
Bute trying to end it there with the right hook. Magee said it was tough getting guys as tall as Bute to spar. He really dislikes fighting other southpaws, though he dominated Denmark's former golden boy before Mikkel Kessler, Mads Larsen, last year. Magee said the problem with fighting lefties is you don't see the shots coming. He's 1-1 against southpaws.
Nice straight left hand by Magee. He has gotten through this first round, probably not won it, but he's gotten through this without any serious faux pas, and for him, that's good.
Final seconds of round one.
Ready for that bell. No punching late. Time.
Mikkel Kessler, of course, with us and here at ringside, and we're going to get his comments. And the first thing we're going to talk about is take a look at the Super 6 tournament. And Mikkel, you see Andre Ward and Arthur Abraham in the semifinals, and Carl Froch against Glenn Johnson. Tell us what you think of those fights and maybe what you think is going to happen.
I think it's this tournament. Everything happened in this tournament. You got to remember that. And the Ward, a very awkward fighter. Arthur Abraham coming by losses, and I think he learned a big lesson in his gym. So I think we're going to see a technical good Andre Ward, but we're going to see a surprising Arthur Abraham. And,
more aggressive, huh?
Yeah.
What about Froch and Johnson?
Froch and Johnson, Glenn is also a very awkward fighter. And so is Froch, but I would say that Froch will win the fight.
All right, well, you fought both Froch and Andre Ward, of course, in the tournament, losing to Ward and then winning that exciting fight against Carl Froch.
That's right, that's right.
We get set for round two. I got to ask Mikkel a question. After seeing the rock star treatment for Lucien Bute, would you fight Bute here in Montreal?
Yeah, no problem.
All right.
Oh, wow, all right. He's happy to do that.
A confident Mikkel Kessler.
And by the way, you sparred with Magee, did you not? And you said there's a big difference in how he fights in the fight than how he spars.
Yeah.
Come on, punch out there, guys. Punch out.
He's not so aggressive as in sparring. I sparred him before the Joe Galsaki fight. He wasn't aggressive at all. Easy, but when you see him in fight, he's more of a chance taker.
Okay.
If you can say that.
Yes.
But you see, like Lucien Bute has, he wants to control the fight from the start in the first round.
Yeah, he has great command in the ring. Lucien Bute, slick, moves well, has that effective right up jab. As mentioned, the great left uppercut from short or long range, usually flush on the chin. He can drop you with a straight left or the right hook. Terrific body puncher. In fact, Mr. Body Puncher in the March 2010 edition of the Ring magazine. How do you like that?
I had no idea there was that title. Okay. I think you were Mr. Announcer. Pretty sure.
I was the centerfold.
Punch out here. Come on, work out,
Magee is getting himself within punching. He's making it a messy fight, and that's what he wants.
It's too early to be grabbing. Come on.
That's Pete Podgorski. Pete, of course, was a fighter himself and a fine referee who worked for the Chicago Park District. Retired his wife as a policeman in Chicago.
Pete, former junior middleweight Al from your neck of the woods, Chicago. He was known as the Polish Hammer. He fought in the 70s and 80s. Yep.
Now, Bute is just not quite as accurate as he'd like to be with the jab and the straight left hand. It's just barely missing that.
Work out of those.
Magee didn't fight in all of 2009, a combination of an inability to get good fights and a lingering injury to the glute.
Nice little straight left hand there by Magee. It's not a big punch, but if he lands those, it's going to make a difference in this fight.
Magee, a tough, versatile southpaw.
Oh. Good body shot there, Lucien Bute.
Yeah, Bute going downstairs.
Break. Easy, easy. Don't grab the head. Come on. Give yourself room, guys.
Now there's Magee going downstairs. He loves to punch to the body.
And it was blocked by the arm of Bute. Magee coming forward.
Let him go. Let him go, Brian.
Little holding there by the challenger, Magee. Right hook missing by Bute. And again, they come together as we head for the bell, round two.
And the round coming up. Watch the bell. Time.
We'll take it into Bute's corner. Our translator is Pierre Bernier.